FlossTube. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Robin and this is my channel, Lady Robins. I'm also on Instagram, so if you'd like to follow me in two places, feel free. Same name, Lady Robins, over there on Instagram as well. So, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. If you're a new subscriber, welcome to my channel. I'm really happy to have you here seeing what I'm up to. If you're a returning friend and subscriber, welcome back. I'm just as happy to have you as well. It is the 6th of April. It is raining like crazy outside. I've got the gardening bug. I want to go garden and it's just not quite gardening weather, which is making me sad. So anyway, I don't know. I'm not a gardener, you guys. I don't know what my problem is, but I want to plant all the plants. We've even tried something new in my kitchen. My husband got one of those little seed packets and, you know, those trays that you start the seeds in. So we're starting parsley and basil in our kitchen window, and it's so fun to watch these little things grow and grow and grow. So yeah, we're trying new things around here, so that's super fun. All right, grab your beverage. It is a FlossTube channel. If you're new here, if you don't know, I talk about what I'm stitching and all the things that make me happy in my stitching life. So I have got my cup. It is the Alaska mug of the day from the old Starbucks You Are Here series. So I've just got the dregs of my second cup of coffee. Good enough for me. Let's grab our beverage, grab your stitching. We'll just chat for a little bit, and yeah, let's get going. Okay, so in this FlossTube episode, I don't have any finishes or fully finishes to share with you. So we're just going to talk about works in progress and plans. And I do have a little bit of haul. I'm late to the haul bandwagon from Cross Stitch Needlework Market, but I finally have my haul to show you. And yeah, let's hit that. So in no order, there's just a pile of goodness, right? There's a pile of goodness to my left. And we're just gonna grab stuff and we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so the first thing I'm gonna grab is my 25/7 piece. And it's a goodie. It's a good one. I am stitching from Silver Creek Samplers Reaping Love. And I'm stitching this for my husband for our wedding anniversary, which was actually yesterday. And we have been married 26 nice, long, delicious years together. And so I am finally done stitching the Reaper, and I am moving on to the next bits. This morning when I was stitching, I was telling my husband my goal for my 25/7 stitching was to finish this D, and then there's a crow inside that D. That was my goal for this morning. Can you see that? Yeah, I didn't quite accomplish my goal, but I got the D finished. So hopefully I'll have a little bit of time to pick this up and maybe get the crow in and then do something else this evening. I don't know if that'll happen. I'm actually a day behind. I'm visiting my parents. Usually I go and visit them on Wednesdays, and I just had a day where everything took a little bit longer and I was just a little bit slower. And so I never made it over to visit mom and dad. So I'm going today. And so that's where we're at. So hopefully I'll have a little bit of time to work on that. Who knows? I might even bring it with me. Although my mom is not a fan of this piece. I showed it to her and she was like, "Why would you stitch that?" She doesn't like anything that's slightly spooky, slightly macabre. She doesn't find it humorous at all. Whereas my husband and I think it's hysterical. So anyway, we're big fans of this pattern. So maybe I'll take something else over to mom and dad's. But anyway, that's my 25/7 project. Just in case you didn't know, there is a Facebook group for 25/7 stitching. I think it's something like 25/7 cross stitch challenge. It's run by Melanie Watkins, and anyway, it's a super fun group. And 25/7 is where you stitch on the same piece 7 days a week, and you either stitch on it for 25 minutes or do 25 stitches, whatever you want. And I didn't get all 7 days the last 2 weeks since we last got together, but you know, I got some of them, so I'm calling it a win. I'm calling it a win. Let's see, I'm gonna move. Okay, this is haul, so let's put that over here, and let's talk about this one. So as you know, I am working on the Shepherd's Bush note patterns, and this is spring notes. My friend Lynn and Sumi and I are trying to work our way through the notes patterns this year, and while I won't get all 14 of them done, I'm shooting for getting all the seasons done. I have winter done, and so I'm working on spring, and after spring, of course, we'll head for summer. So I was trying to figure out if this is a new start since my last floss tube. It might be. So anyway, this is where I am on spring notes by the Shepherd's Bush. And let me tell you right now, this thing is riddled with personalizations. Apparently, I can't count, but that's okay. I'm not going to point them out to you because I think it's okay. You know, it looks close enough to the pattern so you don't go, oh, that's a mistake. I see where she was off. But nope, I'm not gonna point them out to you, but I'm working on it. And then here are the flosses. I use floss away bags. And so I don't know if you can see those yummy colors that are all in the spring notes pattern, but they're really yummy. We've got some classic color works. We have weeks. We have some the Gentle Art sampler threads. So we've got all the biggies are in here. So I just love this, you know, and you know, really it's just a lot of back stitching, so it doesn't take that long to do it. And I'm just doing this on a 32 count white linen, and the stitch size on this thing is 43 wide by 75 high, so it's a teeny tiny guy, and it shouldn't take me as long as it's taking. However, I'm especially since it's on white, I'm pretty much tying off each little bit. So it is taking me a little bit longer because I'm worried that if I drag something across the back being on white fabric, you'll really see it. So I'm being maybe a little extra careful, maybe more careful than I need to be, but I am tying things off when I move from section to section, because I don't want to get down to the framing part and then go, oh, you can see, you know, across the back. So I am being fussy. So that's where I'm at on the Shepherd's Bush note patterns. And I was just watching Felicia Smith, who is Mouse Potato Designs. I was watching her latest floss tube, and she's got all the notes patterns. And if you want to see all, you know, I think she showed all of them or almost all of them on her last floss tube. She's gonna do the notes patterns, I think she said next year. And so just go and watch her. It was super fun to see all of them. There were ones that I didn't even know what they look like. I've heard about them, but like the New Year's ones, I've never seen that pattern in person. So that was one of the ones she showed that I've never seen up close and personal. And so I was like, oh, that one's super cute. So there's tons of great notes patterns out there. If you'd like to join us, feel free. Leave me a comment that you're doing it. That would be super fun to know that. So that was the other thing that that I stitched on in the last couple of weeks. And then I've been working on my dad's Lighthouse. I am working on, from the Primitive Hare, I'm working on Boston Light. Can you see that? So I am slowly building a lighthouse, one little white X at a time. And this one I've got on a scroll rod. Let's see, I'll peek through at you. So when last we got together, I'm not sure I'd even started the lighthouse, but I am slowly getting that lighthouse built. And when I go see my parents this afternoon, I will take Dad's lighthouse. He likes to see the progress, so that will be fun to share with Dad. I'm not sure if I had this in last time, but I'm almost positive I didn't have any of the lighthouse started, or if I did, it was like 2 rows. So I'm really happy how that is stitching up, and I'm just using all the called for, and I even ordered the fabric from the primitive Hare, so that's fun. And because this poor pattern, because I'm taking it back and forth when I visit my parents, this pattern is getting all crinkled and rumpled. That's okay. I don't usually do anything with my charts. You know, I don't pass them on or anything like that. I just like to have them. So I'm not very fussy about having, you know, a pristine pattern. I think if at the end of the stitching it looks rumpled and used, then I know I stitched it. So anyway, that is where I'm at on Boston Light. Gosh, forgot the name there for half a second. But that's just, you know, that's just the way it is. My brain is thinking like 1,000 things right now. Oh, before I forget and show you more stitching, I wanted to make sure I invited you, if you are in the Seattle area. Our little stitching group is having their stitching meetup. It will be on Sunday, the 19th of April, and it's from 12:30 to 5. It's in Tukwila, so it is north of the SeaTac Airport. So if you're around and you would like to join us for stitching on the 19th, please come and join us. Everyone is welcome. Bring what you're stitching on. If you need information on how to find it, for the address and information on how to access the community room, it is all on the Pacific Northwest Facebook page, Pacific Northwest Stitchers Facebook page. So check that out. Please come and stitch with us. We would love to meet you in person. So there is that. That is coming up here in, you know, a little over 10, 12 days. So should be fun. All right, what else have I got next to me? This is probably going to be a super short one. I am in my the choir at my church, and we're you know, it's Holy Week. You know, happy Easter to all of you. You know, this Sunday, it's Easter Sunday. Today being Thursday, it's Maundy Thursday. Tomorrow was Good Friday. Choir sings like, you know, crazy, gearing up for Easter Sunday, and then of course we'll sing 2 services on Easter Sunday. So there's been a lot of really late rehearsals. Last Sunday, which was Palm Sunday, we did kind of a really big worship piece called The Song of Mark by Marty Haugen. And if you've never heard it, it's beautiful. You can actually download the entire album on Amazon Music. So we have been working really hard to get that big worship piece done. It lasts for about an hour and 15 minutes, and we did it at both services. So there's been a lot of singing and not as much stitching because I had 2 little teeny tiny little solos, and I was really worried about doing them because I haven't done a solo in I don't know how long. So anyway, yeah, there's not as much stitching to share because of getting ready for Easter and Holy Week. So anyway, the next thing I thought I would share is what was called for me for WIPGO for April. And let me tell you, I am excited about these WIPGO calls. I am back to Coverlet Houses by the Scarlet House. So last time I stitched on this, I think it might have been in January, when this was called. I think I was just transitioning into that golden color, and so I got all of this stitched last time. So I'm hoping to make bigger progress because we've got that negative space for the house, so there's a lot of not stitched pieces in there. So I'm hoping to get almost all the way to the bottom. That would be super cool if I could get there. So on this, I am stitching it on a, what is it? A 32 count Belfast platinum linen. I am doing it 1/2, and this was kitted up for me when I bought it, and it is kitted up in MPI silk. So I am having a really good time stitching on this. So that is WIPGO call number 1 for me. And then, as you probably remember, March's WIPGO was Harbor Haven, and in February I had Harbor Haven, and guess what? April was called and Harbor Haven got called again, and I'm like, okay, wait a minute, I'm not gonna get to stitch Harbor Haven through the rest of the year if my 5 calls for Harbor Haven are already used up. So I called an audible and I'm like, nope, I'm not doing Harbor Haven for 3 months in a row. So what I have decided to do is break out a piece by the Stitching Book Club that really needs a finish. This thing has been languishing here in the craft room, and it is the Stitching Book Club Frankenstein. So I need to finish Frankenstein. So here is where I am at on Frankenstein, and this is on 32 count Vellum by Picture This Plus, and this is where I'm at. So I still have quite a bit of stitching to go on Frankenstein, and I had made an oopsie in here, so I have got to just buckle down and just go for it, and just go. I'm not unstitching it, I'm just gonna work around it. So that's where I'm starting. I'm doing it all in one color. I'm doing it in DMC. Can you see that? 935, and I love it. So that is my second WIPGO call for April. So those 2 pieces are supposed to get love this month, but I will admit my dad's birthday is in May. So I am kind of focusing on Boston Light for Dad, and if I get to the point where I really think I can finish it by his birthday in May, I'm just gonna set WIPGO aside, and I'm just gonna go for Harbor Light, because you know, it'd be really cool if I could get that done. So, you know, it gives me a month. What do you think? Do you think I can do it in a month? Who knows? Gotta have a goal, right? Gotta have a goal. It's good to have a goal. So that's what I stitched on. That's what's coming up in terms of WIPGO. I've got some haul. Let's jump into haul. This might be a super quick one, you guys, but that's okay. That's okay. Not every floss tube has to be, you know, an hour plus, right? Okay, so my local needlework shop, my local LNS, is Threadneedle Street in Issaquah, Washington. And so the owner, it's cross stitch and needlepoint. And so last year she went to the needlework market. This year there is a needlepoint show, trade show, kind of like the cross stitch, the needlework market. Anyway, excuse me. So what she did was she just placed pre-orders and didn't go in person. So it took a little bit longer for me to get my stuff, but it's not like I don't have plenty of stitching. So I'm not mad. Just so you know, I'm not mad. I'm just happy to have it. So just wanted to show you the few things that I had pre-ordered for myself from Market. So the first thing, this was not a pre-order. This was just sitting in her shop, and I couldn't leave it behind. This is one of the tea time charts. Always time for tea, which is adorable. I love it. I love bunnies. Yep, I love bunnies. So that was the first thing I picked up at Threadneedle Street, and this, in case you didn't spot it, it's by Tiny Modernist, and it's adorable. Love it. So that'll be a quick stitch at some point. Then I picked up a few things. So I had pre-ordered the Honey of a Tiny Town by Heart in Hand, and of course the little companion block, which is a Honey of a Frill. So had to have those. So those were pre-orders. I also did Cuckoo Bird Sampler, also by Heart in Hand. Yum, love that. The other thing, it was basically a big Heart in Hand pre-order. I did pre-order floral etchings. Love this. I loved the one, was it Woodland Etchings? Is that what was last year? And this is this year's. So awesome. Of course, got to get the latest Prairie Schooler. So the latest is this, yeah, 2023 Santa Snowy Night, which is adorable. So did that. And then the last thing that I pre-ordered was the Spring Moon by Plum Street, which I think is just adorable. So the other things that I got, I had asked Denise at Threadneedle Street to order me up a copy of this, Beach Please, and I am just going to copy Helen D. I am going to make these individual little ornaments. She did it on perforated paper. They are adorable. If you haven't seen this from Helen D's FlossTube channel, go check it out. It's absolutely worth a look. And then I need to order the little tree from Hirschner's because I want to put this out at Mom and Dad's cabin. Look at those. Look at those. I mean, can you not, right? So I'm gonna do that. And then while I was poking around up there at Threadneedle Street, I came across this, Sailing Dreams by Barbara Anna. And if you've been around here, you know that we love to sail. I'm looking at 2 boats in the side of the house. And then the other thing that I just could not leave behind was this by Scattered Seed Samplers. That bird is amazing. Yeah. So that's my haul. I had a really good time up at Threadneedle Street, as you can tell. And yeah, I've got all sorts of great stitching ahead of me. The other thing that I wanted to show you, that I'm so proud of my husband. I told you that we are buying old pictures at, you know, Goodwill and thrift stores, and he's resizing them for me. I have 2 sitting on my desk, which I'm going to show them to you. I need to finish them. The colors aren't necessarily, one of them I think is okay. I think I'll just leave it. The other one, nah, the color's not going to work at all. But let me just grab them. Hold for just a second. Hold, please. Hold, please. Okay, so the first one that he has created looks like this. Now it's kind of, I don't know if it shows very well, but it's really purple. It's really purple. And I am going to put my Pride and Prejudice Stitching Book Club piece in here. But I need to change the color. It doesn't really do it. And we knew that when we picked up the frame, but I think that is going to look smashing in here. And he did an amazing job. You guys, look at his seams. Look at how tight those seams are. Yeah. He knocked it out of the park. So I still need to paint it. And then I'm learning this all from Contented Stitcher Kim. I need to put the frame sealing tape in this is called the rabbit, in the rabbit, because I don't want any pigment from the wood leaching onto my cross stitch. So need to wrap the inside after I've done my painting. So that is frame number 1. He is just doing amazing. In fact, he even told me I needed to stitch faster because he wants to frame more stuff. He is all down for framing the Reaping Love, my 25/7 piece. He's like, yeah, I'm framing that. I'm like, oh, okay, all right. Second I get it done, it's going to the garage. Okay, so the other one. Now this frame, isn't that cool? This frame, I don't think I'm gonna repaint. I think this is just fine the way it is. And what I'm putting in there is this. Look at this, you guys, look at that. Yeah, this is from Victoria House Design. She has an Etsy, and I think it's called Harvest Blessing, although I have dubbed it Turkey on a Pumpkin. So I finished stitching this last year, and yeah, it's gonna be gorgeous when it is mounted in here. So I'm not going to repaint this. I think it's gonna be good enough. Well, actually, I think it's going to be perfect, to tell you the truth. And so I just need to put my my tape, my, what do they call that again? Frame sealing tape. Got to put that on the inside, and then of course cut my what is that? My board foam core. Words are hard. Cut my foam core, lace it, put it in, and we'll be ready to go. So those are sitting on my desk to be finished. Last thing, I have one other little bit of haul. And again, my gosh, you guys, this is all hands-on design. I have signed up for the Crazy Annie's club, and it's for the 6 ornaments, but right now she's just shipped out the first 3, and I did the whole thing. So I've got the boards from Chantil's 141. Look at those are going to be great. Came with trims, also all the flosses. Look how nice that's packaged. And then it didn't come with the fabric, and so when I was up at Threadneedle Street, I just decided to go with a 32 count because I want it to fit on those boards. So it's stitched on 32 count. So I just picked up this 32 count Alluring Blue. Now, according to Denise at Threadneedle Street, this is a discontinued color. However, if you need it, she's got like a 1/4 of a bolt sitting on her shelf, so she can still get it for you if you need it. I just decided I'm just gonna get it from Denise because I'm here, I'm making the purchase, so I signed up for that little thing. All right, about the only other thing I have to talk to you about is books, if you want to hear about books. Quickly, I told you about the latest book by Marissa Mayer called, I think it was Gilded, one of the two. Anyway, it's, for whatever reason, I love her stuff. Apparently it's not the right time for me to read this book, so I have jumped off and I'm reading the cutest little book. Remember how I said I love bunnies? Look at this, The Royal Rabbits of London. It's a kid's book. It's by Sarah, I think you'd pronounce it Montefiore, I think. It is so cute. Look at the artwork. Look at the guys. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah. Look at the artwork in this thing. It's so sweet. I'm halfway done. I just started it yesterday. So I am thoroughly enjoying The Rabbits of London. And then when that's done, I'm going to jump into Beer and Loathing by Ellie Alexander. I bought it directly from her, so, you know, it's signed. She signed it to me, you know, she autographed it, so, for me. And apparently my inner 3-year-old couldn't have been happier. She included a sticker that I can put on my water bottle. Yes! I'm so happy about that. Okay, that's all I've got, you guys. I've got lots of stitching plans. I don't have so much time to stitch until after Easter, and then hopefully I can start making some big progress on some things. So I hope you guys are having a wonderful April so far. Happy Easter. I will see you in a couple of weeks. Stitch happy, my friends. Okay, bye.